Hi guys, today is going to be the very shortest video we have in the whole series, and we are talking about artificial light indoors. So the reason it's going to be so short is because I'm not talking about flashes and I'm not talking about setting up lights and lighting things that way. Those are all kind of more complex ways to use light. So we're not going to be addressing that today. Today what we're talking about is finding the light that's around you that's artificial and using that to light your subjects. So this can be very simple. You could be thinking of using maybe the refrigerator. I got this shot of my little boy digging through the fridge. He likes to climb up there and dig through the fridge. This is a really fun way to use artificial light to light my subject and kind of tell a story. Another thing you can use is like an iPad or a tablet or a phone. That can be a good way to light your subject up. Maybe you've got a teen that just sits around on their phone all day, or maybe your kid got a tablet for Christmas or something like that. If that's kind of a story you want to capture and tell about real life in the world that you live in, that can be a cool shot where it's dark and you're using that to light up their faces. You can also use a flashlight or a lamp or a candle. I love using candles on birthdays and taking shots of the candles lighting up the kids' face as they're about to blow out the candles. There are so many creative ways to use artificial light, to use not light from the... So I guess candles are not necessarily an artificial light source. Fire would probably not be artificial, but I'm talking about not using sunlight, right? What I am going to encourage you not to do is to use overhead lights. Overhead lights, one, the color is not flattering, and two, the angle of light, having light come from above and down onto you, is not flattering. What that's going to do to your subjects is make dark circles under their eyes so they kind of look like a raccoon, and then a dark shadow under their nose so they have a little mustache. And you don't want that kind of light on your subject. So we're going to be looking for light that can come directly onto our subject's face from the side instead of from above with the lights on. And I'm going to recommend as well turning all above lights off when you're shooting, cranking your ISO way up. You might need to bring your aperture way down, so open it way up, so you're just getting a teeny bit in focus, so that you're getting every little bit of light that you can gather from your light source to light up your subject. So turn off the overhead lights, find something creative to light your subject, crank up your ISO, open up your lens, and shoot away. I would love to see how creative you get with this. One thing too, sometimes this kind of artificial light, the color can be really hard. It can be really hard to edit colors when you're using artificial light. So if you're struggling with the color, convert it to black and white. A black and white image with artificial light is so powerful. It's such a great way to use black and white. So if you're struggling with that color too, go ahead and switch over to black and white. And that's all I have to say about this. So I can't wait to see what you create. Go ahead and post in our Facebook page. And if we can't see what that artificial light is, tell us. But it could be like a light up toy, it could be a tablet, it could be a phone, it could be the fridge, it could be a lamp. It doesn't matter, but I'm excited to see what you create. So with all that being said, I will see you later. Tomorrow we will have our live Q&A, so there's going to be a place for you to ask questions. Please leave as many questions as you can, and be ready to join us for that live Q&A. It ends up being a great resource to ask a lot of questions and hear other people's questions that you didn't get to hear before. The live Q&A is such a great way to ask a lot of questions in one small setting. I will record it and post it after, so you can watch it later if you want to, but if you can be there live, that's the best, because then you can be asking questions too. Anyway, it's been such a fun class. I've had such a great time with you, and I will see you tomorrow for the live Q&A. See you later.